Oh, hi, everybody. It's Brian, and it's time for your local 8-bit computer club. Tonight, we're talking about demos. No, not game demos. Well, we may talk about those, but like demos, like back in the day when someone would crack a Commodore 64 disc and they would put their little music at the top to kind of really show off the hardware of the Commodore 64. All right. So we're watching one right now that came with the Commodore 64 Ultimate. When we talk about more of that in just in a minute, as soon as I finish posting to the internet to let everybody know we're here. We're here. Oh, hi, Zoe. Bop, 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 bop. We'll probably watch this one again because I'm totally missing everything. I'm missing all of it, but I know it's a funky beat. Funky beat. Funky beat. If you have a favorite demo and you would like us to give it some love and watch it tonight, let me know in the chat. And if you're tuning in later, maybe we'll look at some of them next week. It'll be a segment. Also, Computes Gazette March issue has been shipped. Which makes me wonder how the digital version works. I ordered them both published and the digital version, so we'll check it out. Dan Anderton, what is up, my friend? Welcome in. Everybody, get your drinks. Get your drinks. Find a seat. We're about to do your local 8-bit computer club. Right now, we're enjoying some stylings of, I believe it's Leet. I think that was the name of the file, but we'll find out more in just a minute. They probably already shown on screen a couple of times. The good thing about a lot of these demos is they usually run credits in them during as well. There, the social media post has been posted. We got an ad break in progress. Quick, somebody. Somebody, we got an ad break in progress. It's Friday. And it's time to boldly go William Shatner style. Well, that's last year's first premiere issue of the Computes Gazette. I got my coffee. Dead Lobster Puppy Kid Trial. What is going on? Welcome in. We're gonna do something fun tonight. We're gonna party with some Commodore 64 demos. If you have some for recommendals, that's a word that Scott and them use for the morning stream, but I can't think of another word. Got some recommendals. Recommendals. How about some 8-bit? 8-bit back. I don't know. It says flip disc. This is a multi-demo disc. So let's talk about it for a second. What is a demo for when we're talking about Commodore 64? You're probably like used to the modern word that we use, which is when it comes to electronics and computers, we usually think of, oh, they're going to give me just a little bit, a sample essentially of the full thing. Maybe it'll just be some video. That's usually a preview, but usually a demo allows you to really check out the hardware, not the hardware. What's the word I'm looking for? Really check out the game mechanics of the game, right? And some of the story, maybe. So it's a demonstration of that, right? That's what we think of in modern terms. But in the Commodore 64 and Amiga, especially, there is a demo scene, and it has been going on since since people decided it would be a good idea to crack CDs so they could have some disc swap parties. You got to get your name out there, man. You got to get your name out there on your on your cracking. So you got to crack it, and then you got to put. Well, first of all, lots of those cracks would include like cheat screens and stuff, and also like trainers. So it'd be usually lots of times when a crack team would crack a game, the copy protection, and then they would also include like either cheats or maybe even some trainers, right? So that's what you would kind of do. But lots of times those guys would also include some really sexy beats and stuff using the SID chip, and it would show off the graphics of the VIC-2 on the Commodore 64, and that kind of just blew up into its own thing of what was called the demo scene, or just making some demos. And later on, it became really big when people would meet. Have like meetups, and you have a little competition who can really show off the hardware, right? You want to really show it off. So that's what we're kind of looking at tonight. If you've never experienced the demo scene on the Commodore 64, that's kind of what it's all about. Now, I'm no expert on the demo scene, but I am interested in kind of digging into making my own demos while I'm exploring doing doing a video game this year, a video game prototype for the 8-bit systems. I'm primarily focused on the Commodore 64. We've kind of decided I'm kind of heading in a direction of a Pitfall type clone, but not one-to-one Pitfall clone, but something in that vein of kind of platformer, right? It's a slow hanging fruit. I don't want to overwhelm myself, and I'm still trying to learn everything. I'm a programmer by day. Oh, hi, everybody. I'm Brian Dunaway. I'm a programmer by day. Been programming since I was 12 years old. I really just started learning when I was 12. I got my first VIC-20, and so I started learning how to, type in stuff from the manual to the magazines, and then eventually I started, kind of branching out, writing my own basic programs. And I never really got into machine language or assembly or anything like that. But by the time that kind of ended in my life, I went to the next thing and the next thing and just learned programming language. But that's where it all started at. So that's kind of my story for the 8-Bit Computer Club. Welcome in. I hope you like 8-bit computers. You don't have to like 8-bit computers, but it sure doesn't help. No, it doesn't hurt. It sure doesn't help or hurt, I suppose. I'm coming in hot. I apologize. Graph Tart, what is up? That music has got me jacked up. All right. So previously we were looking at the Commodore Ultimate, right? Commodore 64 Ultimate, which I got in, I think, right before Christmas this past year. They really pushed hard to get this thing delivered before Christmas, and I really appreciated that because it was amazing to have it here at Christmas time. And I knew immediately, I was like, well, I've got to do something good with this. And that's when I started thinking about doing my own, learning some assembly, going back and really learning everything about the Commodore 64. So I've got some real Commodore 64s as well that are operational, and some that aren't. But this one's a fun one, right? This is a new fun one that we can play with. And what it came with, though, that it kind of sparked this interest of the topic tonight, which are demos for the Commodore 64, right? It comes with a USB that looks like a cassette drive, and on that are some folders called, BBS, demos, exclusive. And I was like, oh, demos. I'm like you. I'm so wrapped up in the modern time. When I saw it, I was like, oh, it must be game demos. And I was like, oh no, these are demos, like from meetups and stuff that you can find on the internet. And I love it. David Akers, what's up? Absolutely. Psycho Josh, welcome in. Yes, me too. Ken from Chicago is here. So we saw a small peek into Brian's past. That's right. Peek and a poke. We did all the poking back then, and now we're peeking it out. But But yeah, so I saw this last week, or I think it was last week's meetup we had in our local 8-bit computer club, and none of it was working. So none of it was working. I was like, well, why is it not working? And we actually had, I don't know if anybody's, there was someone last week in the chat said that they also have the Commodore 64 Ultimate, and a lot of these would not run for them. And I didn't get to troubleshoot during the meeting, but I decided to go back later and figure out what was going on. So do what I always do, which is let's go back to zero, right? Let's get back to zero. So how you can get back to zero here? Let's go to configurations. No, where's it? Wait a second. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Let's see where the menu system in this Commodore 64 Ultimate. Yes, is fine, but where are some of the things that I'm looking for? Is it under user interface? Maybe it is just there. Maybe it is like reset from flash. Oh, reset to defaults. Look right over top of it. Reset to defaults. So I reset to defaults. The reason why is because when I got this thing back at Christmas, I was like, well, I want to make this as close to what I had when I was growing up. So I configured it the way I thought it should be. And so let's bring this back up. It'll come back up here in a second. There we go. And did it actually do it? Oh, I don't think it. I don't know if it did or not. Let's do a reboot on this thing too. So we're gonna do a power reset, complete power cycle, and then see maybe if those configurations that we just reset will give us a different experience. Yeah, there we go. I think. You know, it might not look a lot. It worked. It worked because look, even my lighting has reverted back to the default setting for the Starlight Edition. All right, so it's gonna. I think it's just kind of going slowly through the different colors. So that worked. That worked. And so now that we're back at zero, right? Let's take a look, because I think one thing a lot of these demos were designed for, a lot of what I've experienced with Vice, which is the emulator you can get for like your PC, Mac, Linux, or whatever, for VIC emulation, right? You can Commodore 64, VIC-20, 128, all those systems. They typically default to the PAL, because I think most people, I don't know if it's because there's more people that are doing it like that, but it seems like most everything goes to PAL, right? Hey, PAL. So you can tell here by default, this system boots up in PAL mode, and that's not NTSC. If you don't know what that is, we can get into a discussion about all of that too. But it basically is, this is a European, more European way of doing things, right? Instead of you know, North America and Japan, who uses NTSC of different styles, but it's 50 frames per second instead of 60 frames per second. Some other things too, based on the power grid, blah blah blah, whatever. All right. And by default is set to be at 480p 576, and I tested a few things. I'm like, you know what, I think it's going to be fine just rocking it at the regular size at the 1080p. This system is totally capable of doing it, and I haven't seen any problems, and it seems to, everything looks good there. And I didn't really touch anything else because I was like, none of it's working. Let's see if the default works. Actually, I don't even think I adjusted this the first time I tested it. I was just like, yeah, let's just stick with what we got. All right, so if you're having trouble, a reset may do it for you. So if you're having trouble running these demos, do the reset. You have to go back through and change your little settings and things that you customize for yourself. But once I did that, I was able to get into the demos. Here's our first demo. I think I polluted this by accident. I think I put a bunch of SID, because I thought the demos, I think the first demo I saw was like, I couldn't run it, but I saw I had music and stuff, and I was thinking, well, I'll just throw my SID files and stuff in here. So I had like, yours probably doesn't have an 09 and AF. I gotta clean that up. Anyway, should be like this. 1337 Elite. Let's take a look at this first demo. Hold on to your butts. Here we go. Run the disk, automatically mounts it. Does our load asterisk, comma 8, comma 1. Oh, hi, Captain Kipper. Let's get busy with our 8-bit computer club loving. I expect everyone to have a demo next week. Some of these demos may not run on the original hardware. We'll have to take a look, because I think some of these take into consideration a few upgrades, but most of them are designed to run on the original. It says 64. He's going 64. So is it true? Let's see, 64 demo save the world. Yes. Oh, are you? Interesting, Captain. Commodore 64 demos save the world from the AI. Good, we need some saving from the AI. Oh yeah, look at this art style. It's gorgeous. Whoa. Whoa. Look at this smoke. Look at that smoke. Ah! Mr. President! I love it. Why is the president a zombie? Oh no, the AI. Oh, so we're doing a War Games thing. Okay. Oh, we got elite minutes. We got 13 minutes and 37 seconds. Now, this is made more recently. We'll take a look at who made this. We're also going to look at some demos that were from back in the day. Load the demo. And if you saw at the top, we have 3 discs on this one. It's too real. It's too real, Tonda. Look at this. They even did a remake of the load screen. Oh, look at this. I'm not touching anything. It's just doing it. It's demoing. Yeah, Captain Kipper. We set this to PAL system. We set this to PAL. Hey, PAL. Music. Oh, yeah. Very popular in Euro, Captain. Donko. Graphics by the Sarge. Well, the Sarge is rocking it. Music guy's rocking it too. Soya, what is Soya doing? Tried it. Fish Sticks, what's up? We're doing some demos on the Commodore 64 Ultimate. These came with the system. Hey, look, LDA, I know that one. There's some load into the accumulator. It's assembly. Oh, look at that effect. That is sick. Yeah, it's a 6510, baby. Commodore Business Machines. Thank you, Maz. Get my 6502 architecture learning on. That was a pretty cool effect. Capcure says 8-bit show and tell did a video last week on modifying a pet demo so it would loop. Oh, that's way cool. Love this art style. Ah, gonna store that. Gonna store that as symbol. Gonna store it. Oh, look, it's the system. It's the board. Yeah. Look at that. It's the 8565, man. If you, I love that interlacing effect. It changes colors. Mind-blowing. Hey, he's got a kitty. Fish Sticks, how is your Friday going? How's the music mix? I want to keep it loud enough so you guys can enjoy it, but I don't want it to be so loud that it is just annoying. So we started with elite minutes. We're down to 1021, 1020. Brag Flag, what's going on? Missiles are not toys. Think of the children and flip disc. Time to flip that disc over. And in this case, if you're not familiar with it, if you got a Commodore 64 Ultimate, you're still exploring, trying to learn it as I did. You know, we're all probably pretty busy. If you can either use a rocker switch on the side of the system, and you can push it. Is it up one time, like a click up, and it'll bring up the menu system. But I find it a lot easier to just hit the Commodore key and the restore button, and what that does is bring up the menu system. And if we're going to flip the disc over, all I got to do is just go here. We're going to mount the disc. We're not going to run it. So I think you could actually start. Some of these are pretty smart and they'll just run. But if we just flip the disc over there, maybe a shortcut to that too. Oh, we're starting at 9:36. It took us too long to flip the disc. We're doing a flippy. It's a flippy. Casey Turbos, happy Computer Club Friday. What's up? It's Bubbles. Howdy. I like that. Kind of reminds me of the Winamp. I don't know what this has to do with the story, but I'm down. Maybe I missed a beat. Is it intestines or is it DNA? I don't know how they do any of this. I want to learn how they did all this. I don't want to get too sidetracked on it, but I do want to know. The AI is not budging. Code Red. Code Red. Deploy the tunnel. Oh, the tunnel. We're bringing in the tunnel. Funky. Oh, only 722 left. Where Mo? What is up? Oh, Code Red, so delicious. I lived on Code Red before there was Red Bull in my life and Monster drinks. It was the Code Red. It does taste like red. Probably had red dye number 8, 10, 25, all of them. Hey, look at this guy. Nice general, try this. He's got a mustache. Top secret. It says flesh. Does that say flesh? Do not spread Flescos. Oh. Was this in 2024? Oh, new graphics mode. Flescos. Full screen. Graphics. All borders. Unexpanded. Oh my gosh, I love it. Look at that. Holy, I love all of that. Oh, they're going hard. Oh, hello, kitty. Hello, hairless kitty. Ooh. 2-ton uncommon. Got missiles for fingers. Oh, I got distracted. I forgot we were saving the world. Greetings. We don't have time for the greetings. Beep, beep. Where, Mo? What is going on? These are demos. Don't know if you remember ever getting some old floppy disk on 8-bit computers, especially on the Commodore 64 and the Amiga, where you would have introductions for people cracked the copy protection. on it, and it would have like a bunch of music and flashing graphics and things. It kicked off a whole era of, or decades of, what is known as the demo scene, just creating some wild, impossible things on the Commodore 64. Swap the disc. Oh, we gotta swap the disc. All right, like I said, just use our little boink boink. Mount that thing. We'll read the info about this in a minute. Werewolf says, I am a little young for floppies, born in 96, but we had a bunch of demos on CDs. Yeah, this is not those kind of, it's not like game demos. It is more like a demonstration of capabilities of the group. It's like, look at what we can do with this hardware. Listening to the beautiful sounds of the SID chip. The SID chip. Now, I know some of these demos use a later version of the SID chip or even a modified version of the SID chip. So we'll look at the info in a second and see what things may have bought. That is awesome. Tech demos is a good way to call it. Think of it, Brack Flack. I don't know how much of it is to say, look what this computer can do. It's more like, look at what our group can do. Demonstrations of skill. Let me show you my skills. Oh, by the way, there will be flashing lights. I should have put a warning. Warning, flashing lights. I love the little bubble smoke, bubble things. Not everything. Release the raster splits. Yes! That's right, Flex Demo Brack. Actually, I know a little bit about this part. Like the splits and stuff. Seconds. No. This is the end, fellas and ladies and kitty cats and puppy dogs and no AI. Oh no. What happened? It's over. We all can go home now. Oh man. I love the tunnel thing. This tunnels are way cool. And I guess it just starts over. All right, look at that. So what happened? Oh, okay, no, we get a little prologue here. So what happened? The raster splits. The AI didn't get it. Ah, love it. I'm gonna keep that in mind. What? Captain Kipper, let's try that. Try Second Reality by Smash Designs. I'll see if that one's on here. If not, we'll get it loaded up. To the AI, just numbers. We'll talk about some websites that maintain a lot of these demos. It is love. Love it. Loving it. Oh, a little. Oh, yeah. Listen to that. Code. Trident. Chill vibe going out. The Sarge. Yep, turn around, exactly. Try Second Reality by Smash Designs. We're gonna see if that one is in our preload, but we're gonna look at, let's see, and let me just check to see if it's in here, and if not, I'll try to start downloading it. I do not see Second Reality, but we'll keep me. Do you have a source for that I can download real quick? A D64 to be wonderful. So let's take a look at this info here, right? So we got, usually these have a little info. So 1337 was released May 11th, 2024. So fairly recent. Fairlight was founded in April 1987. Very good. Check out more on their releases at CSDB. And that is one place that does have a lot of these CSDB. I think that was where I was going to go show you guys very shortly. CSDB.dk was, I believe, one of the places that I was seeing a lot of demos and stuff on. Yeah, the C64 scene database. And there's their link there. So there, yeah, distributed with the Commodore 64 Ultimate with permission from Sarge and Fairlight. Very good. I really like that one. That was a real banger. I like that. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Captain Kipper, making it easy for me. Yeah. Now I know while we look for that one from Captain Kipper, I know that we were talking about this one last week. Tondagosa was the one who brought this one up. It's called Bad Apple 64. And let's take a look at this one real quick. But first, let's take a look at the info. Bad Apple 64 was released in June 29th, 2014. Onslaught was founded in February 1995. That's the group. Check out more of their releases at onslaught.c64.org. This is a good one too, you say, Captain Kipper? All right, distributed with Commodore 64 Ultimate with permission from Algorithm. Production and technical notes by Algorithm. The original untouched video had over 6,000 unique frames running at 30 frames per second. First step was to decimate these frames to around 2,200 frames. This would result in the video having the same length if played back at 10 frames per second. According to the rough calculations, I decided to encode each set of 128 frames separately. That's right. There's gonna be some math. Let's see. This data is when fed through. They blah 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 blah. This is some good stuff here. I want to know more. This person gave us everything, all the information about how they did it. That is great. I'm gonna have to read this later. I don't want to. Some of you guys are probably like, let's read it now. I love this kind of crap. And other people are like, just show me the demo, Brian. Show me the demo. Here we go. Let's mount and run. Samet, what is going on, my friend? We're going to have to give a shout out to our good friend Sammy TV Live, as well as Tondago. So we got a couple of Monkey Bananas. We got Captain Kipper. We got all the greats here. Zoe is here. Everybody is here. I love it. It's like hanging out with friends at the your local 8-bit computer club, because that's exactly what it is. But we get some shout outs very shortly for some of our amazing streamers in our community, as well as a nod to our Discord server very shortly after this. So let's check this out first. This comes to us from, this was requested by Tonda last week. We finally got around to it. Skeptic, I don't think it would be possible to have this amount of animation in less than a few megabytes. Algorithm, the image data per frame is simple. I am sure it can be packed to a single disk side. Spaceballs did something on the Amiga, but that had less frames. I'm in 170K for the Commodore 64. That cannot be done. Not even on a PC, but good luck for being so positive. When I say something can be done, then it can be. Sure, some chunks per frame, appearing as random junk for something viewable. 2 megabytes minimum. Challenge accepted. Let's see what this single-sided demo does. From the Algorithm. Loving it. That's an apple. That's a witch. Kind of reminds me of like PlayStation 2 kind of, you know, those jiggling around intentionally to create images. But so far, this is blowing my mind. Music is fantastic. Oh yeah, right there. Oh, look at this. Very anime. Oh. I think I'm tripping right now, yo. Fire? That is awesome. These transitions are amazing. Whoa. It's amazing how silhouettes can. So I think it's a bunny. All these fairy tales. I guess that's the bad apple part, right? Is that a scarecrow? No, that's anime. That's awesome, Monkey. Tight. Bad Apple, 2200 frames. That was gorgeous. We watched Bad Apple for those who were kind enough to hang around through the ad break. I know a lot of you guys are already sub, but you know, I do appreciate those. And also, you know what we need to do? We need to add a little warning here. Warning, flashing lights. Just every one of these demos so far has been very flashy lights, but you know, that's just what you want, right? You want your little club mix. It is a club after all. I mean, it's in the title. It's your local 8-bit computer clubbing. We should have called it that, computer clubbing. Let's see here. Let's get this, and I'm gonna put I'm gonna put warning flashing lights, right? I think I should. I think that is a I think I should do that. Warning flashing lights. Oh, can I spell? All right, there we go. And maybe bring the font down just a little bit, maybe. That's too many. That's too many. Bring them downs. My spacing is should be better. I need better spacing. I mean, the kerning is a little is fine. It's fine. Let's see. Alignment, outline. Let's see. Can I choose that on my fonts? Can I do that? Can I writing system? Any? Oh, interesting. I don't think I can actually make any adjustments to that part. Interesting. Anti-aliasing? Not anti-aliasing. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I need more options. I need more options. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're having a good Friday night or Saturday morning. As it may be. I guess you could be late, even further. Like, I Shay around me. It's probably like, shoot, it's probably like almost the afternoon in New Zealand, right? But let's take a look at a little bit more of that. If you're just coming in, if you're just tuning in, we're looking at demos. Now, that's not like game demos. This is like the group demos of technical skills for the Commodore 64 is what we're looking at right now. This is the Commodore 64 Ultimate, and we're watching some of them. We just watched one called Bad Apple, which Tom DeGosa recommended, and it's a banger. I love that thing. Only one side of a floppy disk, no flipping. That is insane. I got to go back and read everything about that. But so you can check out more of their releases at onslaughtc64.org. That's a good little place to also visit. Let's see. We did Elite. We haven't done 20-year Onslaught. It's a single one. Let's take a look here. Released on December the 28th of 2015. The group was founded in 1995, and we've already seen one Onslaught, right? Didn't we? Did we already see an Onslaught? Yeah. Have we watched AI I Love You? I mean, this isn't like Onslaught 2, is it? No, this is Fairlight. That's right. We didn't watch this one yet, did we? I don't think so. All right, let's watch this one real quick. But Monkey, that is awesome. And in real life streamer I follow out of Canada says he used to write music for the demo scene. Not sure what platform and years, but I totally need to. Yes, you do. Now, the Commodore 64 demo scene spilled right over into the Amiga demo scene. And we're not set up for that, but maybe one day. Also, I'd like to figure out exactly what are the requirements of each of these demos. I'm going to go to c64.org real quick and pull this up and see if some of these, like we looked at Onslaught, right? So I'm going to look up Onslaught, see if they got some more information about the expectations of these demos. I'd like to see a pure demo for the Commodore 64. Make sure that we're not cheating ourselves into believing certain things were possible that were not on the original hardware. So far, all the demos have worked, so let's find out what happens with this one. We switched over to a PAL system. We went back to the default settings. We talked about this a little bit last week when we tried to run some of these demos, and myself and a few other people were having trouble. Hey, let's shut and listen. Shut and listen! Is that echo? This is a chill one. Just chill, right? Ah, oh, I love this artwork. I'm a big fan of this kind of pixel art. Oh, look at that. Pretty. A little less flashing lights. I dig it. This one feels a little more jazzy. This is their website here over at onslaught.c64.org. This is the group. Want to join the group? I don't know, can you? I see member status. Got a BBS. We should try to join some of these. We got BBS abilities on this thing. On this Commodore 64 Ultimate. Get a Ziggy. Got a Ziggy. Hey, feel free to drop an email. Latest news, January 21st, 2026. Current status. And, you know, smaller group. Oh, I like this. Here, let's share some of these. More of this great pixel art. This feels very Eazy-E. NWA. I'm trying to find that one Captain Kipper recommended earlier. Second Reality. All right, I got it. 10 Lobster, thank you for that resub. 14 months. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. I am. I'm on it. Thank you, 10 Lobster. Let's go check out this demo Captain Kipper sent. Let me make sure I got my, I think I have my FTP running. All right, let me see. Otherwise, I have to put it on a, I have to put it on a USB. I like that pyramid. It's funky. You think drugs are required? You think a lot of cool visual effects. But I'll describe most of these as trippy. Only drugs that got in my system right now are caffeine. Ooh, I like that. She looks like a ninja. Someone's into eyes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, things gonna fade out. Little fade out. Yeah, I always call that the. It's gonna fade back in. I like a good fade out, like as good as anybody. But whenever I'm listening to music on the radio and someone gives me a fade out, I'm like, oh, you couldn't figure out how to end the song. This person's got a thing for eyes, Tonda. They got a thing for eyes. All right, so while we do that, let's give a shout out to our good friend Tonda Gasa and Sammy. And Sammy, have you been streaming much lately? I haven't had a chance to see much, but let's give a shout out to our great community members. We got in our midst, we got some Tonda Gasa, one of my very good friends. And man, Tonda, I got something really cool. It was my birthday yesterday. It's my birthday, and I've got some equipment to repair. But so run out there, tell everybody, tell about Tonda Gasa, and his amazing retro streaming, a great inspiration. And we'll be streaming this weekend while I am attending, off and on, some percussion band stuff. So I'll be in and out. I might lurk a little bit. Thank you so much for the hype train that hype train just started. Thank you guys so much for that. And let's see, what was I saying? Oh, so follow Tonda Gasa, great retro gaming streamer. And I've got some bad news. It might not be bad news. You know, the arcade we went to, and I told you the arcade when you were down, and I told you that they had like a roof leak. And so they had to like shut down the stuff while they fixed all that. And it's been going on for a while. And so, but I haven't been too concerned about it because the arcade machines were still in there and kind of towards the front, and like it was doing some repairs to the place. But then this past week, all the arcade machines were gone. They just got. I don't know if they're going to work on the floor or something. Maybe they moved it somewhere else, but I hope not. So we'll have to see. I need to check on those guys. Yeah, I know, right? Fully Code Hound, stupid crap. It was already a fairly new adventure, so I don't know if they could really have handled much of a strike, right? So there you go. Tin Lobster, thank you so much. Yes, yesterday was my birthday, and I got a really cool birthday. I got a really cool station. It is a hot air rework gun with desoldering tool and soldering tool. So it's pretty cool. I have it out of the box, but I don't know if I can show it. It's kind of a little bit bulky. I've got to get it put in place. But anyway, we got some stuff to do. Yeah, moisture can be deadly to electronics. Absolutely, Captain Kipper. So I took that. So you sent that link earlier for Second Reality. Let me see. So they got SIDS and they got the downloads, the Smash. Let me see. Is this just different places that they've? Is this just mirrors, I believe? Let me check here. Achievement, reality. Let me see. I'm trying to learn how to use this website, which is CS. So it's seen. So it's csdb.dk. DK. That is what is DK? What country is DK? Yes, it's shut down again, Todd. It never reopened. Yeah, absolutely. Use the second link. All right, I'm going to use the second link too as well, because that does go to C64CH, and I'm going to download that to my downloads folder. And Denmark. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to say Denmark and then look foolish. So I was like, I'll just see what everybody else is, and then I don't have to look stupid. I'd look a little stupid because I have to ask. But it's much better to do that than to have gotten it wrong. I mean, how many other DKs could there be? I mean, it's not like a land of Donkey Kong, right? So, I mean, I figured it had to be Denmark. I mean, I was trying to rack my brain. I was like, oh, it's probably going to be Darksquilla or something. I'd be like, don't you know? No, I don't. I don't know. I'm John. No, no, I'm not. That's not me. That's right. It is the country of the Donkey Kongs. It's where the Donkey Kongs come from. All right, let me see. I use WinSCP, and this is just a local machine. Yeah, so I'm just going to log in locally, I hope. What's the IP address? This one always... All right, let's see. Look here. Don't look at my IP address. Oh, you can't see it because I ain't got it pulled up right now, so that works. Ha! Take that. You can't even see my IP address because it's not even there. Let's see. Wi-Fi network enabled. It says the static is this, but then it's giving me something else. Well, that's just rude. Why even have a static IP address if you're not going to respect it? Boop, 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 doop. And I did do a reset. Oh, so I did a reset. I bet the password is okay. So plus it probably turned it off. So I will actually show you. Let me see the services here. So this is the Commodore 64 Ultimate. All right, let me stop it. Let me get you back in over here. Let's see. Okay, so this is C64 Ultimate, the menu system, and right now I did a reset so we can make sure all of our demos work properly. So we need to make sure we turn on our network services. No network password. We can't have that. I'll type that in a second. Oh no, what happened? Oh, did Botrex do a thing? That's rude. Yeah, the password is that. Yeah, it's that elite password speak. All right, so let's turn on the FTP server. Yeah, let's change the pass. Let's do that. Let's see if I. All right, let's just see if it'll let me go in with no password. I don't like doing that though. And I'll set the password right after the show. All right, save that. And then let's just try logging in. Okay. And if I do no password, it lets me do it. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Downloads. Let's see. Let's get this one Captain Kipper recommended for us. And it was called... What was it called? And I need to make sure that some of these people are VIPs and they should be able to post. Because Tin Lobster is definitely a VIP, right? There's definitely a Tin Lobster VIP. I mean, come on. Let's see. Second Reality has a zip file, so I'm going to have to unzip it first. Best password I've seen was, please subscribe. That's actually a pretty good password. I like that one. Also, we're going to give a shout out to more people here just in a second, such as Monkey Bananas and Sammy, who says they have not been doing the streaming lately, but that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes it's a seasonal thing, right? Sometimes you have more time at certain parts of the season than you do in others. Let's see here. There it is. I got some D64s in there now. And let's see. What did I say the thing was called again? It was called Second Reality. Keep that. And we're going to upload Second Reality there. And there it goes. And now we should have this one that Captain Kipper recommended. So let's listen to this. Let's take a look at this one. This one did not come with your Commodore 64 Ultimate, but this is a recommendal from, I gotta think of a better word than that. What was it called? Second Reality was the group there. We got 2 discs. We got a DIS file. Can we view it? Oh, very good. And it just gives us a little link to where they go. All right. Let's see if this one works by default. If we got to do some fiddle farting. Ron Trenton, what is up? I did have a good birthday. Thank you so much. You guys made it great. It was a lot of fun. And I got some really cool stuff too. Oh, yeah. Okay. Use it for his test Wi-Fi password. I'll have to, like I said, Tin Lobster, Botrex has a VIP section, right? I'm going to pull that up right now. I'm about to add some people as VIPs. And they should be able to post URLs. I think VIPs can post URLs, right? Is that a thing? I think that's right. All right, got an authenticator app. Of course we do. How's everybody's Friday, Saturday going? Hope it's going good. We got one more big performance here in our indoor percussion. Be doing that this weekend, so be sure to tune in to some of our other streamers like Tonda Gasa, who will be streaming this weekend, giving us some retro gaming love. Tonda, when are you streaming this weekend? What times? I might have a break that I can hop in, at least lurk some maybe. I don't care about listening to the other people's kids. So if my kids ain't up, it's like, I'm good. But don't you want to listen to other people's kids? No, not really. No, not really. Does that make me a bad dad? No, not really. All right, let me get that in there. Eastern time, 12 to 8 p.m., 8 hours of doing it. All right. Oh, look at this. It looks like it's bringing up an old award bios thing. This is very PC. Oh, I like this. Now, is this actually going to take input, or is this just showing me stuff? Auto start demo. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, it did take it. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is insane. I love it, Cap Kipper. This demo has been designed for slow machines, which in this case means less than megahertz. The 6510 computers. Oh, corn dogs. My God, that's why I didn't get. There's something I always get for my birthday that I didn't do yesterday. I usually get a banana split, and occasionally I'll get a corn dog. Things I do not eat very often. Poor Tank Girl though is eating those corn dogs like a dang old grown up. I love it. All right, let's see. Got to get a corn dog. I've got to go down to Corn Dog 7, get myself a lemonade and a giant corn dog, and then go over to Walden Books and get my greasy corn dog fingers on all the magazines. All right, let's see here. I don't think any of this matters because what does it even mean? I mean, what does it even mean? Oh, failed to initialize the selected sound card. Wait, what? Okay, so I'm a little confused. I feel like I'm actually doing a thing. I feel like I'm actually in an operating system here. So what am I supposed to be doing here? Most of these demos are like music and stuff. I'm not used to a fully interactive demo. What am I supposed to do here, Captain Kipper? Kind of guide me a little bit. Poor Tanko says, got dill flavored mustard for dipping. Oh my God, that sounds delicious. Holy smokes. Man, you can smell a corn dog. You can does everybody know what a corn dog is? Is that, we got international people in here. We got an international group, right? Does the rest of the world know what a corn dog is? It feels like that's a very American thing. Dip a wiener in some batter, some cornmeal batter. Dippy dogs, says Captain Kipper. Okay, so I need to set the sound card to SID. Okay. Oh yeah, it brings back memories. So this is a real configuration then that's going on. Yeah, battered covered hot dog and a stick. Corn dogs. So delicious. I like the mini corn dogs too. Those are always fun. Takes the stick out of the equation. Unless you like to skewer your wieners with and then dip them into the batter. That's up to you. Oh, Zoe says I had one once last year. Very good. What'd you think? Like, I'm assuming this is not it's either probably called something else in the rest of the world. I think corn dog. It's called a corn dog because it's dipped in cornmeal batter, right? That's the reason why, right? Monkey says typically I don't like hot dogs, but put the delicious batter around it in a stick in a fair, and I'll eat it. Yeah. Also, hot dogs from Costco are actually pretty good, all things considering. Try using SID for sound card, it says. Okay. I didn't read. I love that award. I love that little logo over there, too. I love it. Emmy BIOS. All right, so we're just going to auto start the demo. Sound card. Do I like arrow? Oh, I do arrow over. Okay, so yeah. Okay, cool. So we just go through SID there. Sound quality high is fine. Demo looping. If you wish to run continuously, enable this option. No, we'll just run it one time. All right, and it'll just take what we got here, right? We'll see if it even works. Because like I said, I don't know. This is Captain Kipper's recommendation for the demo on demo night. This is coming out of Second Reality. Or no, it is called Second Reality. Released by Smash Designs. Back in 97, December. Oh, the party, 97! So, 410 Girl, this is the demo scene. So it's not like a... It's like a demonstration of skills of these groups. And not necessarily a demo of a game or something. So it's like, look at the graphics and crap we can do. Commodore 64, you remember like the crack stuff? You remember, you got that stuff. Before Texas, oh, I know. Oh, I know. Oh, I love it. Oh, no. Widescreen. Second Reality. Yeah, look at that artwork. I love that. I'm assuming this also runs on MS-DOS and different things too. That's pretty wild. Or is that just a punk? Oh. Or we playing checkers or chess? Is a were-rat? Yeah. This is old school, baby. From 97. I'm tripping, man. Flashing lights are a go. Get down. Vocal stuff. I didn't see that coming. We haven't heard any vocal stuff so far. Oh, well, that's tight. Oh, I love it. Has he got brass knuckles? Because that is awesome. Oh man, that was tight. Let's see, we got a second disc load. By the way, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. I have to see if I can make sure that the speaker stuff is there's a hard drive grinding that you guys may not be able to hear because it's coming through the computer speaker. But I think I can also route it through the SID. But let's take a listen real quick. This is. guys hear that? I love this. Well, they kicked it for the disc 2, didn't they? Ooh. Oh. That's cool. Fight. And if you have a demo you'd like us to play, just let us know. And we'll play it. Otherwise, we'll start back up through our demos that came with the Ultimate. This one's brought to us by Captain Kipper. Captain Kipper said, play this. Mayor Cheese. It does have a KMFDM. Oh, I like that. That's tight. That's tight. Arthur says, wow, this is what I see when I shut my eyes at the dentist. Toy! Like a tiger. What you guys eating tonight? I know before Tank Girl's got herself a corn dog. I want some pizza. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. Is that how you say it? Fuck man, thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a good Friday, Saturday. Houdini's Heavens here. Ooh, that sounds delicious, Arthur. Grilled cheese sandwich with tomato basil soup. It is still my birthday week. It's my birthday week. Thank you for it, Tank Girl. Abracadabra is followed. Da-da. You got pizza? What kind of pizza? Some pepperonis. BLT, says Captain Kipper. Haven't had a good BLT in a while. Happy birthday! Giant crab pretzel. I'd love to have that, Mayor McCheese. Aren't these great? These tech demos, Houdini 7? This one's from the 90s, brought to us, recommended by Captain Kipper. We're rocking this on our Commodore 64 Ultimate. Well, welcome home. Busy no more. What is that? Is that guy riding a polar bear? That is sweet. Captain Kipper, that was tight. Guess it's a lady, right? I said guy, but whatever. Pizza with anchovies. Abdara says, hello, Commodore 64 was my first computer around 1983. Good times. Well, yeah, that's awesome. My first one was the Commodore VIC-20, but shortly thereafter replaced by my Commodore 64, and one of the computers I spent the most time with. This is your local 8-Bit Computer Club. I'm Brian Dunaway, and we're just running through some demos on the Commodore 64 Ultimate. I had to reset everything to the default for my Starlight Edition Commodore 64 Ultimate. Right now, it's cycling through all the different colors. I kind of like the gold keyboard thing they've been showing lately. They finally got those in people's hands. But I gotta say, the Starlight Edition is pretty sweet. I might order the bread. I might just order the brown bread bin too. I haven't decided yet. Of course, I got some real original ones too, but we'll see. Houdini7 says, Mr. 8-Bit, I need help degauzing my monitor, please. I got one. I blew Audra's mind the other week because I think someone has set a speaker too close to my, is that a Toshiba in there or a Sanyo? I forget. I have a CRT. It's a Sanyo. I'm pretty sure it's a Sanyo. And we had something magnetic that was too close to the tube, and so it had some color banding or some color distortion on the one corner. So I got my old degauzing tool out. Pulled it out of there and made Audra watch. She's like, yeah, 3D print is done, says Captain Kipper. Yeah, the magic steering wheel, Ron Trenton. You just take that. It's you know, there's like the degauzing wands and stuff too, but I have the steering wheel thing. It's like a little button, turn it on. You slowly pull it out. Maybe I'll do a video on that one day. But yeah, got it working again. Got it all cleared up. It ain't perfect, but it's, you know, it's what it is. It is what it is. All right, excellent. That one's pretty cool, Captain. I like that one. That one's pretty cool. That one is that was Second Reality over on, and that was brought to us by who? Let's see who did that one. Second Reality. That was Smash Designs. If you head over to csdb.dk and look for a Second Reality. That one's pretty cool. Released at the party from 1997. And the scene also has some really cool stuff. Because if you're not familiar with the demo scene, it's been around for a good while, right? All the way back in the day. So even 97 would have been kind of pulling retro duty, right? But yeah, they had a demo party, copy party. So that was always the thing, right? You got what kind of event? So a copy party where you would go and, you know, maybe you'd hang out, so, you know, and copy some stuff, whatever. But hey, why not? And so here's the part. Oh, they got a website dedicated to that wonderful event. Look at that. The party, I guess, is the more. Let's see when was the last time this has been updated. Looks like 2009, but it's still hanging around. It looks like. Oh, get out of here with your ad. Here's some more demos that were presented there. Does this mean it won? Yeah. So the rating. Okay. So this was the banger that year at the party in 97. So very good. Very good. So let's head back over to our. We've already looked at the Elite. We looked at the 20 years onslaught. Did we look at that one? Yeah, we looked at that one. Let's look at this AI Love You. And let's check this next demo out. Terracotta, what's up? PC 1993 demo originally, which was made by Future Crew, and this was later conversion to C65. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, because it was a PC demo kind of, wasn't it? And they even went as far as to, ooh, welcome to Chat 64. I did not know that. Toronto Car Cinema. Am I saying that right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And welcome, man. I hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a good Friday or Saturday. Where in the world you are? August 17th, 1984. I would kind of like my system font to be this. Oh, look at this. No op, no op, no op. There you go. Dang it, AI. You can't just load nothing to the accumulator. Give us some Axel Foley. Some Foley work. We jabbing on some AI tonight. My own regional creation, 100% guaranteed. Love it. Yeah, maybe we could do better. Come on. I'll tell you, with all this AI floating around, it feels very good to be counterculture. Cheeky monkey. Let me tell you what AI knows about 8-bit computers. Not much. I've asked a few of them before about some stuff, and I'm like, not even close. Obviously, this must be a more recent demo, right? Oh, it's the chicken lips. Ah, amigas. Bok, bok. Oh, no, it's about the best party. Love, party love. This is the reason why I started doing this, your local 8-bit computer club, because I don't have a local 8-bit computer club, and boy, and I love to hit one of these parties. That's dropping. I like that. Brian's got no friends. I got you, Betty. I got all you peoples. Yeah, no 8-bit friend. No local 8-bit friends. I've asked. There we go. Little credits. I don't know these people. Neither do I. This must be the rest of the group. Must be. There's Fairlight's in there. But now I need to stop. Aww. Hey, I love you. There you go. That's the name of the demo. Hey, I love you. Pretty awesome. Oh, it's Onslaught thing. Okay, so Onslaught brought us this one too. So we've seen a couple of things from Onslaught. Let's read his text real quick. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. When was this one done? August 2024. Very good. We looked at Bad Apple. That was the one that Tonda had recommended for us to watch. That was an amazing, just wow. Just the most basic, uses the most basic resources. Barry Boomer Trapped Again was released on July 3rd, 2021. A tribute to the old legendary demo Trap by Rat and Ben. Oh, okay. Let's see how close it is to the original. Maybe we can go find the original Trap by Rat. Let me take a look here. Let me see if I can see it on the CSDB DK site here. It's called Trap. Let's see how difficult this one's going to be to find. Hope I didn't just type in crap. I think I probably did. Trap C64 one file demo, sir. Let's see, who's this by? From Trap Bonsai and the Sarge Fairlight. Okay, distributed with the Commodore 64 with permission from Trap Bonsai. Trap by Rat and Ben. I do see several. Okay, Trap demo. Okay, so I see several. I might need some help trying to find that exactly. But okay, Eclectic Gamer, what is going on, my friend? Super Chat 5 GBP. Streaming his thirsty work. Have a coffee on me. Ooh, yes, please. I've been coffeeing it up. All right, let's watch this demo. Let's watch this demo. Barry Boomer, Trapped Again. A bit of a homage to the original Trap. This is where I'm at right now over on csdb.dk. I'm looking at a bunch of things called Trap, and I'm trying to see 4 group matches. I see C64 one file demo. I'm assuming that's probably the one I'm looking for, since the rest of them is C64 crack. I see another Trap demo down there. Not the same. Oh, I see a Smeg. I see the Trapster down there. Okay. Tara Takara says, yes, there are many different versions of Second Reality. One that runs in Flash, one for Atari ST, AK PC Intro, Pebble Smartwatch. Really? Wow. Looking Glass holographic display and augmented 3D reality version, and one for Commander X16. I want to get the Commander X16. I'd love to have that. That has been a very popular demo to port. Yeah, and it asked me which sound card I wanted to use, which was kind of cool. I like that. It runs into like a BIOS, and it kind of gets into some configuration stuff. It looks very PC, right? So, yeah, that was pretty cool. And we had to select the SID for our sound card. And if you don't pick the SID, then it gives you an error. Smeg hell, says before 10 girl. But yeah, if anybody knows the Trap original, once we start watching this, we'll try to compare the two. Last week we tried to run a few demos and it wasn't working, and it was because I had made some configurations whenever I got my Commodore 64 Ultimate in, trying to make it more like my original Commodore 64 North American version. And some of these demos required the default configuration. Hey, the border loads. There you go. Here we go. It's time. Oh, Rat. Oh, officially endorsed by Rat. Got a little flashy graphic. Oh, look at this. That is gorgeous. Here we go again. I'm too old for this shit. Oh, look at this. Oh, I love that. Give it to me, drum man. Oh, he's kind of like a watcher. He's out by the planet. I like the flashy stuff, but this kind of stuff is way cool. Oh, yeah. Do it. I got to show the indoor percussion kids this. Pretend girl, that moon is traveling awful fast. We're gonna end up with one of those Thundar the Barbarian moments. Woohoo! Yeah, those tidal moons are rough. Ah. Oh, I love this guy. Is it Commander Keen? It's more from work. Bye. Oh, it's a guy riding. Oh, they little pops up his little skulls. That is badass. Oh, it's starting to have destruction. Oh, that is very Thundar the Barbarian. Oh. Inexplicable. Face man. How dare you destroy my planet? Warning, flashing lights, by the way. Right? And this is how they discovered epilepsy in the 80s, says a 4-tank girl. Here, watch this. I love them. Yeah, that's kind of, it did a Sinistar kind of thing, doesn't it? Tara Takara, you're right. I love that ship design. Come pick me up, Mom. They blew it all up. They blew it all up. Love it. Celebration of the classic trap demo by the legendary Rats. Oh. Oh, nice. All right, let's take a look at the OG original here. Let's see. Right? Giving Red Dwarf credit sequence. Oh. Well, I freaking love it. Endorsed by Rat. Let's see. Let's go down here. I uploaded it. It's a program though, so let's just see if we can run it directly from there. This is supposed to be the OG. Press space. Demo by Rat, Ben, and Jane. So let's take a look. Here's our inspiration for the one we just watched. Oh, nice. This was 1986. The other one was, I guess, last couple of years. Let CompuNet take you on a voyage of exploration. I want to join now. Oh, many software houses. Well, want to get discovered? Oh, is your interest in pop or photography? This is the kind of things we were interested in during the 80s. Getting Bilbo out of the dungeon. I gotta do that. I gotta get my 1541 working before it take girls so I can play me some Bilbos. Pretty cool, but I gotta say those people really the follow-up is pretty darn sweet, man. That's a 10-minute trap. Oh my gosh, does that go on for 10 minutes? Yeah, we can't do that for 10 minutes. Maybe it really ramps up near the end, but that was called Barry Boomer Trapped Again. So that was a nod to that one there. DJ Spy Guy, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having a good Friday, Saturday, wherever in the world you are. I'm Brian Dunaway, and we're playing around with our Commodore 64 Ultimate and looking at some of the demos and talking about the demo scene. Yes, dude, you made it. You made it. Oh, and just in time for an ad break. Typical. Now this is Blue REU. I'm assuming. Oh, thank you so much. It's a beautiful Commodore 64. It's the Starlight Edition, and I got it. It was delivered right before Christmas, so that was pretty special. This one's a little different than the others, and I think we're gonna come back to this one because you've got to do some things here that may change some settings that I don't want to change just yet. 2010 steps, you got to run me for config, so it's going to change some stuff. So it's going to require a 16 megabyte REU, which let me see if by default we loaded default settings after some of our demos wouldn't work. So let's take a look at our configuration. Oh, I need to get out of this way, don't I? Oh no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I meant to go here. Have you installed a SID chip in yours? Not yet. I want to. That's on my list. I haven't even installed the SD card yet. I knew that it would probably be almost my birthday week before I really get a chance to really goof around with this. Even though I got it at Christmas, I just have such a backlog of stuff to do with just every freaking thing. And then we got sidetracked with an Atari Jaguar that came in, and I've been messing around with that. I got sidetracked with an Atari 800 that I ended up having to bake a Pokey chip on. So I mean, I've gotten so many sidetracks. But yes, putting a SID in it is absolutely on the list of things that I'm working towards. Like I said, I haven't even put the SD card in here, and all that takes is just 3 little freaking screws and put that in there. What am I even? It's just. How about you, DJ Spy Guy? Do you have a Commodore 64 Ultimate, and have you put one? This will do dual SIDs, right? You can put 2 SID chips in there. You also can get some of the what is the SID chip called? There's like a modern there's like a version of this, not a real SID chip, like a I'd like to get one. I grew up with the Commodore 64. Same DJ Spy guy. I grew up with the Commodore 64. My first was the Commodore VIC-20. And I actually have one sitting behind me, this hooked up. And so just trying to... Oh, so we got another one, Captain Kipper. Is that what's... Ooh, is that another one? Or am I like having a stroke? Can't read that. Arm SIDS. Oh yeah, the sidekicks. I apologize. Yeah, you're talking about the arm SIDS. You use the proper way for how it's supposed to be written. I was reading it all wrong. Yeah, the arm SIDS and the sidekicks and all that. I thought you were spelling it like it was supposed to be like some kind of elite speak or something. That is great. Let's look at the memory and ROMs here. Right now, yes. So I think if you run that demo, it will automatically create a RAM expansion unit, which is the REU that it was referring to. And we're kind of sticking with just the defaults right now, so I'm not going to run that configuration because that's exactly what that will do, and other things too. And I don't know exactly what all it will change, but I don't want to mess up my whole experience with these demos until we get to a place where we've tested some more. So we'll come back to that one. This one is called Coma Light 13. Let's read what this one's all about. 13 was released on the 28th of October in 2012. Oxyron was founded in December 1991, and that is the demo group. And as a lot of these demo groups seem to be, they usually seem to be hosting their groups on CSDB, that's the scene database .dk, and it was distributed with the Commodore 64. From Vito and Oxyron. So let's take a look at this Coma Light 13 demo. Speaking of caps lock, on the Commodore 64 Ultimate, it has a caps lock, but it doesn't actually lock into place. It's more like a toggle, and the only way that you know that it's on or off is the color of the key changes. I'm not sure if that's just the keyboard for the Starlight Edition, or if that is also with the classic. That's pretty cool. I like that wipe. That wipe was pretty cool. Oh yeah. Warning. Maybe some flashing lights in these demos. Boozed out. Oh, I like that noise. I like that sound. That was cool. I need to steal that sound. Where'd my basic go? Good things come to those who wait. What is this? Ooh, boy, they ramped it up. They went from... I love that. That's so sweet. Ooh, some voice work too. Haven't got too much of that. Oh. I'd love to go to one of these demo parties. God, it'd be so awesome. They probably got a big screen. Fanta the drink. Oh, that's very Amiga. Very Amiga-like. are they doing this? Needs more max headroom. Fortec girl. How are you guys even doing this? Oh, yeah. Woo. Woo. Get that print, Captain. I'm with you, monkey. Give me some abstract. I don't need hyper real. My life is real enough. We already have cameras. Right, so I'm not here for real things. Look at that, I love that. Coma light. Bouncing disco ball. Boy, do I know this guy's feeling. He's like on the Comatose 13 on the beach, drinking 13. Dead fish. I feel you. I feel you. Hey, it's a... Oh no! Oh, turkey bacon. Mmm. You came to your senses? I'll take both. Either. Oh man, this is cool. Like the comic aesthetic. Turn the disc. Okay, I'm down with it. Fortec girls, have you tried beef bacon? Bacon everything. All right, let's put this other second disc in here. Let's see what disc 2 brings for us. Got some more Fairlight love. Vegan bacon? Man, oh, Bacos are disgusting and delicious all at the same time. A vegan butcher shop near me? That is wild, monkey. What? Let me call it butcher. Gonna butcher these veggies. This one's good. It's complex, got some depth to it. That is so sweet, man. Look at that. Oh, it's an orca whale. Porthole. Oh. That's some big raindrops. More like moon drops, says before Tank Girl. That is wild, Monkey Bananas. Herbivore butcher. Time for the shout out. Let's give a shout out to Monkey Bananas. Maybe Monkey Bananas will be riding by in one of those real life streams, IRL streams, to the butcher. Mr. Bad Boy, what is up? I like that I can miss your notifications by like 2 hours and still make it to the stream. Yeah! We trying to do it between 2 hours is now our shortest streams, and then 3 hours is more norm, and then 4 hours is usually a little on the longer side, but still. I'm no Tandagasa doing 8-hour streams. DJ Spice guy says they just use gardening shears at the vegan butcher shop. Ooh, I really like these kind of using those transparent dots almost. Why am I having trouble remembering what those are called? Heck, halftones. They're using those halftones. I really like halftones. I grew up on halftones with web comics and stuff and comic strips. Yeah, monkey. This kind of music sound really defined your youth. Yep. Dithering. That's also a great word for it. Thank you, Tara. Tara, am I even coming close to how to say your name? I'm just going to go with Tara. Oh, I love this. That's pretty cool. Terrifying, and I love it. I'm for it. I'm in 100%. Ooh, Sarpals. I'll have to make sure I look at that one too. Is that a mole on the right side with we got a mermaid on the left and a mole with some snorkeling gear on, maybe? It's a booby slave. Flash Gordon. Oh, these kind of things always freak me out. Well, I can't look at those things where it's like the same thing and it keeps coming at you. Woo! That's like my flashing light. Mingo phone. Flash Gordon. Oh, load screen. So got a little bit more. That was a pretty good one. Oxyton. Hey you, yes you, the guy controlling the volume. Pump it up now, please. All right, let's pump it up. Yeah, clap your hands. Woo. Hey, what is going on, my friend? Is that NSYNC says we're mole? Hope you're having a good Saturday or Sunday. What is it, Friday still for you, FaZe? Hello, FaZe. While we're giving out shout-outs, gave Monkey Man a shout-out, gave Tandagasa a shout-out. Let's give FaZe 1 a shout-out as well. Were you streaming tonight? All right, don't forget to follow Tandagasa, like I said. Oxy. Your favorite, Tonda says my favorite NSYNC member was Harpo. Oxy, that's pretty good. So that one was Oxyron, and that one was from 2012. At what was that? The Coma Light 13 was released on 28th. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Coma Land, a lot of comas here. 100% side one. We got 4 on this one. Let's take a look at this real quick. Coma Land 100% was released on June 20th, 2015 by Sensor Design and Oxyron of the Oxyron. And also was on the Commodore 64 Ultimate. So let's check this one out. We're doing demos tonight. Welcome in. Oh, hi, everybody. Hope you're having a good Friday, Saturday, wherever in the world you are. We're checking out the demo scene here in 2026. What year is it? What year is it even? We're doing it on our Commodore 64 Ultimate. These were the included demos. If you can't get yours to run, might want to reset it to the default settings. I had made a mistake when I got mine and modified it to be more like my personal Commodore 64. And a lot of these require that you run it in PAL. Hey, PAL. Bitbreaker. Cool effect. And if you have a favorite demo out there of any time, and for the Commodore 64 specifically, we can work it into the rotation. Just mention it in the chat room and I'll see if I can locate it. Tonda already recommended Bad Apple, which we watched. Captain Kipper also had recommended one. It was... what was that one? It was The Party, right? That is gorgeous. Yeah, Fort Tinker, I'll love it. God, can you imagine seeing this at a convention center on a big screen somewhere? Speakers pumping. Oh, I love that. That's pretty cool. Oh, that sounds interesting, Monkey. An Australian IRL streamer you mod for and greatly appreciate. He grew up with stuff like those too. What I love in particular about his streams is the way he's been integrating a 8-bit visual and music to his outing. Kind of like I was trying to do myself. Very cool. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, look at that. These people are just showing off. And I'm here for it. Oh, man. That's messing with my brain. I can't read it. Kalamananamana. Light. Oh, I got that. Light beer. Light beer. Red. Blah, blah, blah. I'm too close to the screen. That's pretty cool. So just 2 now, maybe? Flip disc. Oh, look at this chain. You are listening to Hard Sync Effect on multiple channels. Very good. Mr. Batpour says, okay, back to death metal and housework. Peace out, meat bags. It's good seeing you, Mr. Batpour. Be safe out there. Death metal. Flip disc. Time to flip that disc. Four disc. So let's see what the number one. See what the number one rated top demo is over on 2026 CSDB. Oh, that's cool. He's flying on a bee. He's flying on a bee. I'm a bee. I'm a bee. I'm a bee. Flying with a bee. Millions of bees. That's so cool. I want all of these to be games. Oh, give me it. Give me some vectors. I like that perspective. Little Pac-Man for you. Oh, view from within the ship. Dude, I'd play this game. Make this game. Right, Ron? That's freaking sweet. Beep, beep, beep. Captain Blood Planescape, yeah. Right, Tara? Oh, my walls just covered in screens. These demos running constantly. Oh man, look at the detail on that one. Need ray tracing? Yes, please. Or it needs ray tracing. I'll add that to my list. Monkey Bananas. Bookmarked. Bookmarked. Flip disc. I was trying to read what it says. Like, what does that say? It wants me to put the third disc in. Oh, I put run instead of flipping it. Ugh. That's okay. Most of these are pretty smart. They'll pick up where they left off. Just breaks a little bit. Usually it's fine. I meant to dismount it as was intended. Oh, I love that. That is gorgeous. I love the wave effect. Yeah, FAs, I love it. Notice it's full screen without borders. That's right. I'm totally interested in learning more about how these demos are made. It's part of my exploration into learning how to program for the Commodore 64. And this is probably outside the scope of what is on a standard Commodore 64, but still. Love it. Now I want to go do some 3D Max and do some rigging. Can't touch this. Don't turn around. Bum bum. Bum bum. Yeah, Tara. Yeah, this is far outside standard programming. Yeah, absolutely. I just want to hint into what some of these things are doing. I want to get into the demo scene. GraphTarg, this is all done with assembly. I'm assuming, it's... I don't know exactly. That's a good question. I'm assuming assembly. I mean, machine language and assembly. And I'm not sure... Like, the demos we're watching right now, some of these are later demos, so I don't know if... I don't think these would be possible on a standard Commodore 64. But I could be wrong. But I wouldn't think so. Like, the demos I've seen before can't go nowhere here. They're all assembly, yeah. Phase 1 confirms. And yes, many of these are modern. Yep, these are the ones that came bundled in. It's been a pretty good demo. Oh, I love this. Oh, he's tied up with his own tongue. I love it. Flip it. Flip it. This time we'll flip it instead of doing the other. Commodore 64 couldn't do this, Ron Trenton. I don't want to talk with any authority, but I'm pretty sure it couldn't do everything they're doing here. I could be wrong, though. Who knows? I suspect it would not run on a North American Commodore 64. I'm pretty sure it to be a kind of a specific one. Like I think, like when I think of the original Commodore 64, I think of the one in the U.S. Yeah, it has to be PAL, but normal PAL? Okay, so there you go. So yeah, Ron, so the Commodore 64 kept on going. So I don't think a bread bin would work, right? So yeah, that's the reason why I had to go back to the PAL versions. Yeah, GraphTarg says, I guess you'll just have to get all the OG models and test them. That's right. Perfect. But yeah, pretty much still. Yeah, bread bin is PAL too. But they kept on going, right? They did the 64C, right? Like the more modern format. But yeah, they both had. But when I'm thinking of the bread bin, from my perspective, it's usually NTSC, and they also had a bread bin as well. But they kept going on. It had more popularity in the UK. I'm not saying we didn't have them available in the US. Yeah, the first 64. Yeah, my first 64 was a bread bin too. Yep, Ms. PAL. Yep. Yeah, we all had the bread bin. That's what you started with. But Commodore kept rocking it later on. Exit end. Fairlight. We've seen Fairlight a good bit. So I am curious about that. So that's the things I'm not real familiar with. Like until tonight, right, the C64C is same as bread bin with Amiga 500. I thought I had like a later SID chip and stuff. I thought it still had the 6510 processor, but I thought it had like a later SID and like revisions on the board itself, and some other things that allowed it maybe to do more. So almost everything we've been doing tonight has been let's see. Well, I did download this one. This is a new one. This is the most popular demo currently on CSDB, according to Top Demos. It's called Aloft, and I believe it doesn't have any information in here, but it's 2026 was the release time. So let's take a look at this one. There's an ad. Phase 1 says Sid was a different revision, but still practically the same. Okay. Yeah, that's my understanding, that this is still an amazing feat because of the technology, right? But I don't think you can't like just fire up the original NTSC bread bin and expect these demos to work. I think that's what I was trying to say. I wasn't saying very well. All the demos we've been seeing tonight are probably going to run on the PAL. Demos is standard that they run in PAL mode. See, like I said, the only things I know about demos is I used to see them on the crack intros on cracked floppies. I need an Amiga so bad. Crack intros are a category of their own. Okay, so did not know that they were considered separately. But that makes sense. Yeah. See, I'm still learning. I'm just learning all this stuff. Ron says, yeah, that rings a bell. Cracked floppies and maybe disk copy programs like FastHack'em. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that. We're learning together. That's what a club's supposed to be about, right? It's your local 8-bit computer club. We're checking out the demo scene. All the way back from the 80s to more modern stuff. A lot of these we were watching tonight are coming from our Commodore 64 Ultimate. But some of these are also coming from csdb.dk. This is one of them. Phase says there is a Cracktro intro demo, mega demo. All the categories. David Pizan says, I tried to explain the demo scene to a non-computer friend this last week. He absolutely did not get it. I can see that, David. Because even I was tonight, I was like, how am I going to describe this to people who don't really know what the demo scene is? Because there's also crossover miscommunication where it's like, everybody thinks on modern computers, they think demo. It's like, oh, you mean like a game demo? And you go like, it's a demo, but it's not like a game demo. I mean, I can play a little bit of it. No, that's not what I'm saying. And it's like, what do you mean a scene? I mean, like, you know. So people just make graphics, demonstrate their skills and demonstrate the hardware. And then they get together and party? What? And there's even more like Phase and who else said it? Yeah. Tara also said Cracktros. Different forms of flip disk. That was fast. It got kind of cool though. When it first started, I was like, oh, this is the number one. I was like, okay. But it kind of gets funky. It's kind of almost like a throwback to some of the earlier demos we saw. I do like that effect. That's wild. Messing with my brain. Taylor says there's 64K, 8K, 4K, and 256 byte intro. See, I don't know. I didn't know there was so granular. That shows you my demo-ness. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to explore this tonight. Because we started last week and I couldn't get him to run, so I was like, I don't know. David Zahn says we were talking about a mutual friend who built and sold multiple million-dollar companies. He used the demo scene as a recruiting tool back in the 90s. Nice. Jay Spy Guy says I got into the demo scene in the 90s. Didn't even know the Commodore 64 had demos, actually. Yeah. See, I don't know of any demo scenes outside of the Commodore 64, but obviously I've been learning more about that tonight. Face is just a sprite stretched and expanded. See, those are all the things I want to learn and know more about. I don't want to learn it to the... I just want to understand more about it. Dave Bazan said, seriously, check out the Atari 2600 demos. Mind-blowing. I'm going to do that. Well, I mean, I knew about demos and, you know, probably mostly through, like I said, the guy said earlier, crack intros or whatever, crack-tros. Is that how you said it? One of the crack-tros I recall was included with Yi Are Kung Fu. The copy was totally legit, though. Hey, it's C3PO. That's pretty good. Dave Bazan, I'll have to check out the Atari 2600 demos. I mean, it's all 6502 architecture, right? So, I mean... less memory locations to allocate in your assembly, right? This is the current #1 over on csdb.dk for the month of March. It is my birthday week. It is my birthday week. I'm finally getting around to really playing around with my Commodore 64 Ultimate. In preparation, I love this. I love that cartoony art. DJ Spy Guys, I think we only had about 3 legit pieces of software for a Commodore 64. Everything I had for my Commodore 64 was legit, even though it was only a handful of things. Almost everything I did was from type-ins. I didn't have anybody around me that was really doing like copy parties. There was no one to swap disk with, and we didn't really have... I live in a smaller town, and we didn't really have a lot of places where we could go like rent games or, you know, or purchase or even have opportunity to borrow. And we didn't have, I didn't have a modem where I could dial into a BBS or something like that. But yeah, David Son said 6502, sure, but the 2600 didn't even have pixels per se. Yeah, that like and people were doing 4 to 5 layers of parallax scrolling. Nuts. Yeah, it's always amazing what people can squeeze out of these machines. And I did not know that about didn't have pixels. I gotta learn more about the 2600. Because actually, I've got an opportunity right now. An individual who donated another 2600 to me. I got to go through and clean it up. I actually still have unlabeled 2600 carts we need to go through as well. That's always fun. But yeah, someone donated this one. I don't even know if it works or not. I haven't had a chance to even look at it yet. Got your classic wood. It might have been Elvis. David says, oh no, GJ Spy Guy says, my brother got all the games for us. Yeah. He gave me a pirated copy of G.I. Joe for my birthday. Nice. Is that one also like, is that just like the G.I. Joe I had for my Atari 2600? It's pretty good. by the Genesis Project. That's pretty good. That one does not come on the Commodore 64 Ultimate. That was one we picked up off the internet. The Christmas demo, we've all seen that, right? We watched all the Coma Land ones, right? And so let's go look. We're not going to do let's look at this Commodore one. It's just simply labeled Commodore. Capkeeper says I had over 800 floppies. Wow. I kind of ran into that. I didn't really get into having copies. Okay, that might have been something I accidentally put in there. So maybe not be a Commodore thing there. That might have just been me. My bad. I didn't really have a lot of copied things until we got to the PS1 era. Mostly everything else before then was things that I just, either typed in or purchased, or I just didn't have the opportunity otherwise. But yeah. David says, with the 2600, you could paint the beam as it raced across the screen. No pixels. Game logic was limited to the time it took the CRT to return to the left side of the screen. So kind of like, almost like interrupting then, right? That sounds like interrupting. Thick, tall pixel. Okay. Monkey says, I bought everything for the C64 to the software package, including a plastic cover you could put over the C64 keyboard to make it look like a little music keyboard. I love that thing, by the way. Look, I got some Zaxxon. Look at this. Oh, we got some classic characters here on our Zaxxon looking screen. We're going through some classic sounds as well. Hey, there's a G.I. Joe now, looks like. Commando! Faces, I cannot say the same. Tara says, there used to be a site for keygen music, now only found in archive.org. Interesting. Okay. Rob Hubbard was amazing, says DJ Spy Guy. David says that's also why Pitfall has a black bar on the left side of the screen. They sacrificed horizontal resolution in order to get more processing time each horizontal line. I think I did read a little bit about that when I was researching Pitfall for the Play Retro Show. I do a podcast called the Play Retro Show once a week with Scott Johnson. And this week we're covering Sam & Max. Podcast. Also, the March issue of Compute's Gazette. This is not the March edition, but this is the only one I currently have, and I subbed. It's the first issue. Should be arriving shortly. Dave Pazan says, dude, Sam & Max is my jam. Can't wait to play it. It's been a minute. I'm also reading the comics because we'll be on the road a little bit. Oh, look at this. Concerto. Oh, thank you so much, David. Resub for, yes, sir. Give it up for Sam & Max. Give it up. Love me some Sam & Max. I'm reading through the comic compilation. As well as we're going to watch, thanks to Tonda recommending the cartoon. Going to watch a little bit of the cartoons as well. Maybe going to do that on the Watch Retro version. Ooh, a little bomber there. That was pretty cool. That was like a little bit of everything. This is the thing I can't read now. Oh, I like that. Oh, look at that little guy walking across. That was pretty cool. I liked it. That could have been a fun game of, hey, did you see that? Hey, look, I know that thing. Woo. Hey, look, they've got they got this first sprite thing you do. See the little balloon, the Commodore balloon? That's like in the book. So many great references. Everybody do the little Commodore hot air balloon sprite deal. Yeah, Manic Miner, classic. I need to play Manic Miner on the Spectrum that I got from the retro games. That's wild. I like that. I like these effects. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Absolutely, DJ Spy Guy. So says, in the sequel, Jet Set Willie? Davis Austin's cartoon was heavily censored in the best way possible. If Max ran down the street with a revolver, nope. But if he's wielding a bazooka, that's A-OK. I like that effect. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty good demo. I like this one. Has a little everything, a lot of variety. 2016. I feel like we need to do this at Dragon Con. Need to head down to Atlanta. Plus some of my Dragon Con folks. Tell them, you know what we need? We need an 8-bit track. Hubbard, look at that. Look at that. Hubbard bringing us it. Hubbard's the classic Hubbard. Do an effect on my camera as well. Tara is probably trying to. It's like going, what am I supposed to do with? How am I supposed to compress this for video? Oh, turn disc. I didn't realize that's what it was saying. Were we on disc 1? That can't be right. That couldn't just be disc 1. That'd be like disc 2, right? Turn disc. Turn it over already. You lazy bum. Oh, I love that. That is great. Linus! Wow, how'd they do that? Yeah, Tara, we're meeting this tech demonstration of the Commodore 64 is turning into the tech challenge of Twitch compression. DK! Graphics by DK! Oh, I love that. Mixer or mixer? It is kind of like a fake Fletcher then, isn't it, Forte Girl? No, really, Fire Blue and Doom seems to be the worst. On the Twitch? Gotcha. Next disc. That was pretty cool. But that was definitely one of the shortest ones we've had, but I guess trying to do all that audio was intense. Because most of the stuff we've seen so far has been graphically intense, so this is cool. Oh, look at this. Yep, we are definitely shmupping now. Yeah, we covered this game. Well, not this particular game. This rendition of this game on the Play Retro Show as well. Concert will start soon. I have to use hyperspeed to be there. In time. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love those effects. That's badass. That's pretty cool. That's pretty sweet. I like that one. That whole demo was pretty darn cool. So this is the concert demo. In 1986, there was this really cool concert with a live band. And we've seen recordings of this show all since we were kids. Sound check. To the honor of Stoat and Tim, we've gathered our favorite performers and formed a revival band. L-Man, Cosmo, Mixer 9HDK, Mahoney, Them, Yips, Mio, Vito, Red Crab, Bitbreaker, and Tomes putting up a 30th anniversary concert for you guys at X 2016. Enjoy the music and raise your beers for the one, the only, Rob Hubbard. Classic Rob. Love me some Rob Hubbard, man. Legend. Old Rob Hubbard. Oh, some Amadeus. Amadeus. I think I need to fire that up on my boombox. Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus. I like how they every day use the C64 of Pokemon dice. Oh, this is the okay. This is Thrust concert demo 2016. Facebook is the root of so much nothing. Yeah! Take that, Facebook! I like the math they're doing. Internet is just a bigger floppy disk. Yeah! Hey, we had to attack the sports people. Somebody's got some issues from childhood. Vacuum cleaning is another form of yoga. Enough to get mankind to the moon. Yeah. Take that. Fast computers is the root of all evil. That's right. No stone left unburned, says Dada. Hey, don't be evil. Your mom wouldn't like it. So DJ Spy, are you also a streamer? We'll give a shout out to any of our community members who are streamers. Let me know. We've already given out shout outs to Todd to go some Monkey Bananas. Who else got Phase 1 of 1? These are all wonderful streamers in our community. Reality is a sign of too much alcohol. So Sammy, who hasn't been streaming lately, but why not? I'll stream bike rides and yeah, that's fun. Let's give a shout out to DJ Spy Guy. Why not? Also, Monkey is a IRL streamer as well. Biking it and streaming, always a lot of fun. DJ Spy Guy. If you get a chance, get over there and get a follow to DJ Spy Guy. Give him my follow now. As soon as Twitch comes up, you sir have been followed. Awesome crew from Canada that I follow. Excellent. Oh, absolutely. Oxymorons aren't. Let's censor booze design into shape. All right. Free from NSA backdoor since 1982. Dane is a coder who isn't. Whoa, what are we about to? What? Your children are crying. RQ or NMI? That's okay. Bikes are always in the shops, right? Monkey. We hear you, DJ Spy Guy. Happens. Those things are moving machines. When Twitter goes bankrupt, use noters. Only the Commodore 64 will survive a nuclear disaster. Never too late to have happy childhood. Coffee is toxic. You know that already. What coffee or cough? We make CSDB one-liners look like poop. Nice. Intentionally blank until HCL delivers. Yee. Bitter ballin' is good for you. Made so far. Where's your? Oh yeah. Where's yours? Oh no, your lube turned into concrete, monkey? Like us on Facebook to see the hidden part. No, you said no, Facebook. Spindle Bitfire's Krill. So many dad jokes, I know, right? That's what's been fun about this one. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That was fun. I love it. Nice. Hey. 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, rock and rolling. Hey, look, I've got to go to do, I got to go get ready for our indoor percussion band. Have a noise night. I love it. Kind of goes up and down like that. But hey, look, we've been doing your local 8-bit computer club tonight, checking out the demo scene, learning more about the demo scene. I only had a little knowledge, and I feel like you guys have really informed me a lot about things that I was lacking or gapped in. So, Zoe, can you believe it? And I can't believe you're still awake. What time is it even, Zoe, where you're at? That is crazy. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to raid in on Atari Beer Pong, one of our friends in the retro gaming world, right? Plays real hardware. And be sure to follow. Yeah, absolutely. Be sure to follow all the great streamers we talked about tonight. Tandagasa. Let's see what we had. We had. Oh wait. Why are you rolling away from me when I'm talking to you there, Mr. Screen? DJ Spy Guy, Monkey Bananas, Sammy, Tonda. Who else did we mention? Who am I forgetting? We had another shout out we gave too. I can't remember. All right. Thank you, Rod. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for hanging out. Be back on Sunday night. It's 3 in the morning from Terra. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. So we're going to raid in on Atari Beer Pong right now. But be sure to tune in on Friday nights. Phase 1. That's what I was. There you go. Phase was also the other one, I think. Did I mention that already? I can't remember. But yeah. That's it. I've got that Atari Jaguar up and running. So we got I even got an HDMI hook up on it, so we'll be playing some of those games. But be sure to tune in again next Friday night for your local 8-bit computer club. We'll keep building this, and yeah, all right, let's raid in on Atari Beer Pong. before this little noise drives me crazy. See you there.